Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? Welcome to another Wraith of Light Wednesday. We're doing some more 14. How are we? Oh, please. No trailer. How are we doing? I'm a little tired this morning, but we're here. We're at it. I hope y'all are doing well. Been a busy morning. Had to go to the store and everything. So, fun. Go ahead and get logged in and everything. We can perhaps do some chatting while we're in game. Our Black Mage get up. Q. Yeah. Hope we're doing well. Hope you're doing great. Yeah, I had to go to the store this morning, and then there was an issue with my card, so I had to leave, deal with that, and then go back to the store. So, double store run. Luckily, you know, it's within walking distance. So, but a very annoying way to start my day. Yeah, no. Yeah, here we are. We're in Dawn Trail Land, so we're gonna move up. We're gonna teleport. We're gonna teleport to the Gold Saucer. So I need to check and see if I won the lottery. We know we did. Good. I'm looking forward to doing some 14 today. It'll probably be pretty chill. So, feel free to hang out. Where's it? Never. It's right there. Right there. Oh. Doubt I won the lottery. I never win. Guess it only takes once though, right? Just like in real life. Let's see. Consolation prize. Winning number is 4854. Any more. Consolation. 1169 on the current one. One more. Nothing. Alright. Minimize me. We're still technically making money doing this, I guess. We're making an MGP. Different numbers. That's no. Not that. Don't want any 1381 2403, sure. Two, 6, 2. Hey, Kill. How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Welcome. I'm just getting started today. Been a little bit of a hectic morning, but I'm doing well. How about yourself? Yeah, I was saying a minute ago, I had to go to the store this morning, and then there was an issue with my my credit card, so I had to leave the store and then go back to the store. So hectic morning, but I'm ready to do some 14ing now, so we're good. Down, doing all right. Just been doning. Game still hitting, I'm assuming. Sounds like fun. I've been so busy, I haven't been able to watch anybody else do anything, really. Been a busy boy trying to deal with financial stuff. Nice. Loving it. Been playing with Drop Bear recently? Ah, yeah, cool. That is always a fun time. Especially when you're doing like survival games like that, is always more fun with friends, right? Like, they can be fun by yourself, but they hit different when you can go and do stuff with buddies. 100%. Let's go somewhere. Really fun by yourself. Nice to play with someone I actually know too. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Need to change over to Red Mage. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. I don't remember where 97 was. Was it here? Or 87 was? Here? I don't know. We'll check. I should probably do my queue as well. Yeah, it's Wraith Wednesdays, so we're doing our 14 stuff. We played some of the altars yesterday, which was actually pretty fun. A very neat game. We're gonna do some more tomorrow. I had fun with it. This low level. One day I'll remember where to be. One day I'll remember. Yeah, it's yeah, the altars is like it's actually a little bit of a survival game, which I wasn't aware of. You have like a base that you're building, and you actually go out and, you know, farm resources and like build new like rooms in your base, that kind of thing. But with a twist. It's single player, but you end up needing to clone yourself to in order to fulfill like roles at the base and like deal with the fact that you're, you know, alone. Pretty cool. And then, you know, weird story things commence, right? Really cool, unique spin. Yeah, it's very cool. There's a time limit mechanic because you're on an alien planet, and, you know, apparently the sun is coming. You're on like a multi-star system, like a three-body problem type deal, and one of the suns is, you know, rather threatening. It was fun. It's not like, apparently cloning is not like a thing that's like common. But it's kind of weird that you ended up, you know, stuck on a planet by yourself by, you know, working for a corporation. You know, because you're like a mining expedition, right? you're working as a corporation, and you get stranded a little bit. Weird. And they're like, well, I guess you gotta clone yourself. Using some, you know, sciencey future tech. So, good time. Yeah, the VODs will be up on White Wraith clips today sometime. I'm still getting caught up on my my VODs. Still getting caught up. I haven't been uploading stuff as regularly as I'd like. Been busy. Fantasy is always a fun time. Yeah, there's, you know, there's some unobtainium that you're finding. Is the corporation doing some shady stuff, etc., etc. It's neat. It's on Game Pass as well, in case you're wondering how I'm playing it. Without being money. It's always a fun time. Love me some sci-fi. No, we don't do a ton of it on the channel. It's just sort of the way it works out. I love me some fancy stuff. I'm a big old physics nerd. I went to college for a part of a physics degree. I did some of it before I left for reasons. I'm a big old science nerd. The sci-fi hits right. Hey, Drop Bear. How you doing, buddy? Welcome. I'm getting attacked by unicorns. How are you doing? I have escalated this situation in a really unpleasant way. We gotta do something with this. Oh. Yeah. I got in over my head. I got in over my head. That's my bad. I think I got good GCSEs in science. Kinda enjoyed it. Sucked at biology though. Yeah, I'm not very good at biology either. Just playing some Dune. Nice. Yeah, Kill was saying, yeah, we're Duning it up. Seems like a good time. Unicorns are supposed to be nice. Not these unicorns, apparently. These unicorns seem a little rude. This is a MMO, so playing a DPS by yourself and then getting overwhelmed by things is, you know, no bueno. I was weirdo doing engineering at uni, but with electives in physics, because physics is cool. Hey, that's right up my alley, Drop Bear. My actual degree is in game development. I'm a computer science boy, but I went to a university that had specifically a game dev degree. Where's those other? Need to approve Melly in Discord. She's the most awesomest people, and I'll stake my life on her. Nice. Body is not per gen? Hold on. Hold on. I don't have any. Wait. Why did it not notify me? Why did it not notify me? Yeah, weird. Hold on. There are multiple people that are not approved currently or verified. Wait, no? No, you're verified? Yes. Hold on. I can't see things because I've got streamer mode on. I hold on. You got me paranoid now. Because I was checking your Discord, there's a one showing. It turns out it's irritables. Originally started a dual degree of Injunct and Comp Sci, but my uni lost accreditation for Comp Sci. Ah, yeah. That'll happen. Offered me a Bachelor of Business in IT. I was like, yeah, no, it's not really the same thing. I don't see anybody in here that's not verified. Am I blind? Am I blind, chat? Can't tell if it's just my thingy. Oh, it's in irritable. Yeah, no, streamer just can't read, Gil. No, you're good. Being able to read English is actually pretty helpful as a streamer, and apparently we can't do it. We're all blind. Nobody can read. Yeah, I had a similar situation. When I originally went to college, you know, out of high school, in the dim, dark future past, their comp sci program was not great. I got like a full ride, but they ended up having like 8 people in comp sci in their comp sci degree total. Like not my like starting class, but like in the degree. I was like, this doesn't seem great. And I ended up leaving, and yeah, like less than 3 years later, they got rid of the degree entirely. So I don't know if I could have even graduated if I'd stayed. So, yep. That's why it took me another decade to finally go back and get my actual degree. And now I'm unemployed anyway. Or I'm employed as a streamer, I guess. And doing like freelance things as well. Did I worked entirely in the IT space, and exactly 0 to warrant my engineering degree? Hey, I get it. It happens. A lot of times it's just sort of getting the degree that gets you in the door, right? I did some game dev for like pseudo game dev. I was doing like slot machines, like the video slot machines the casinos have, the fancier ones nowadays. I did that for several years before I got laid off. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this date and time. But yes, speaking of Discord, everyone should join my Discord. Feel free. There's a link down below. I'm usually pretty good about doing the... I have to do the verifications manually, so... Give me a moment if you do hop in, but I try to check them on a regular basis. Would you like to join the community? It's pretty quiet, so you won't get spammed or anything. We'd love to have you. Uh, 11 seconds left. Let's go over to this other one. Maybe I'll be able to finish. I don't have a lot of free time, but have you considered making a short itch.io game or something? Yeah, I should probably do some stuff there, at least to practice. At least to practice. I do like itch.io as a platform. They do some good, cool stuff. Yeah, I have thought about it. Missed all that. Rip. I think I gave the Discord pitch, and I've been rambling. Yeah. A little of both. Should also... Oops. You for my roulettes. Try to get some expa. These are even angry unicorns. Yeah. Even angrier unicorns. Farther away than they look. Good. Know a few art creators on there. I haven't published a game on there, just do the stream. What did I do? I scuffed my rotation jet. Oops. Need to check it out. I need to check it out. I should do something at least to keep my skills sharp. And practice in general. It's a combination of a time crunch and a money crunch for me right now. So, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe when things stabilize a bit, you know? What else have I been getting up to? Let's see, we played the altars yesterday. I have a whole lot going on, exciting on my end. How about y'all? Anybody been watching anything cool lately? Do anything neat? Or reading something fun? Watching the Dune miniseries, like the Have I seen the Dune miniseries? I don't remember. I can read the books too. That's right. Oh, I do need to check those out. So, probably right up my alley. Ow. Robin, get back out here. I need a healer, man. Doing bird. What you doing, bird? Yeah, I'm still reading just random bits and pieces of the old Star Wars EU. Books that I happen to have around the house. That's all I've been up to. Currently rereading the Black Fleet Crisis series, I think. What's it called? It's fine. I like me some old EU stuff. There are a lot of Dune books, though, aren't there? There's like... I don't even know. I don't even actually know the number. All I know is a lot. Like, they kept going. I managed to get into the Star Wars books. Did manage to get one that was about Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon for Episode 1. Yeah, they... most of the ones that I read came out before the prequel series. Old man logging in. Like, they were all released in like the early 90s. The ones that I actually own. But I did read a couple with that were like set slightly after. That had like Obi-Wan and Anakin doing shenanigans. It was fun. Yeah, there's 6 or... What? I failed? But... I was too slow. Alright, we're bantering. I'm just trying to burn time while my roulette timer ticks. There's 6 by Frank and then 20 by his son? Jeez. Yeah, that is definitely legally a lot. Thank you for the hydrate. Cheers. That's for you too, Chet. Make sure you drink some water. Warm where you are, Wraith? Warm here. Yeah, it's in the, let's see, I can tell you precisely. It's 72 degrees Fahrenheit at the moment, and expected to be rainy today. Or it's kind of rainy today. So it's not super hot, but whatever 72 F, the old 72F is in, non-freedom units. It'll probably be, you know, mid-70s today because of the rain. But yeah, it's on the warm side. It's getting warmer. We're finally getting into summer. I love me some actual summer. It's taken forever to get here this year, feels like. Got coffee here, that counts, right? Hey, I have my cold brew as well, so yes, I think coffee counts. I think coffee counts. Currently 46 Fahrenheit there apparently. 8 degrees Celsius. Where are you at? Are you down south? Are you down under the equator? Or are you just far enough? Or are you farther north, I guess? I guess it could be either way. You're out there. Very down south? Yeah, Australian. Yeah. That's what I thought. That was what I guessed. Land of drop bears? That does track, yeah. Does track. Down under. Land down under. I occasionally can do a really terrible Australian accent when I'm voice acting things. Really terrible. Yeah, nice. So it's like the evening for you, right? Drop bear? It's like nighttime. Right? .38 a.m. It's past nighttime. Gotcha. That's pretty late. I can't do that anymore. I was up till like 3 a.m. on Saturday, and I'm still recovering. I'm still dealing with it. Hey, we got a Q-pop. Nice. Are you just sort of... Is your whole schedule shifted? You a bit of a night owl, drop bear? I'm a little bit of one too, but reality doesn't allow me to deal with it, or to swap my stuff around. I can do a fair few Australian accents. My croc hunter is perfect. That's because I live about an hour or two from where he's from. Oh, amazing. What? We're in a level 19 dungeon. Ugh. Antara Deepcroft. So yeah, we're just doing a roulette here. Getting our daily XP knocked out. Family even knows the Irwin family personally. Oh, that's neat. Yeah, his son's been doing, like, sort of carrying on his thing, right? Carrying on his work. See Irwin? Yeah, you stream on US hours usually, so you're up at night, sleep during the day. I see. I gotcha. I gotcha. Is streaming your like full-time gig, Drop Bear, at this point? While adding in some thirst trap content, I have seen the thirst trap content, like the Calvin Klein looking ads. I don't know if they were Calvin Klein or not. I have seen that. But hey, I mean, if it gets, you know, people more interested in like nature and conservation, maybe he'd have been down. I don't remember this dungeon at all. Wait, what? What thirst trap content? Asking for a friend? Mm-hmm. I've seen that. No, not full-time. You run a small IT company is my real job? Ah, I see. Yeah. Hoping streaming will slowly take over. Nice. Yeah, I also saw it for a friend. That makes even less sense. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I am also hoping that content creation can eventually take over full time. I'm doing like freelance. Currently, I'm doing like freelance like AI training stuff. At the moment, which is annoying, and thus I don't like doing it. Which means I don't make enough money doing it. Which is why I've been struggling with money. I need to do something a little more... I need to find something more consistent. Honestly. That I don't actively hate doing. Yeah, no. I did it for these shirtless, ultra posy things on social media. Sort of a bit of a shit locally. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, one of the arms of my company is AI, mainly research. Sadly, fuck all money in AI research in Australia. Ah, yeah. That's the hard part. Consistent, pays well, don't hate. Yeah, I'm struggling with that part. The company I was working for, I ended up kind of burnt out by the time I got laid off anyway, and it took me a long time to get like functional again. Burnout's no joke. And yeah, now it's left me in a bit of a financial pickle. So hoping I can get something going here on the old doing something I don't hate standpoint. We're running. Stranger burnout. So it made me start my company. Now, that's a familiar story. Just tired of repeatedly burning myself for other people's wallets. Yup. There's only so many yachts you can buy for someone else before it gets a little too much. Especially when it's something you're not enjoying. I get that. Nundo. Right there with you. Yes, allow that message, Automod, thank you. He's Australian, he doesn't mean it the same way that you're reading it. Hard to keep things profitable, but read the struggle doing this and keep feeding executive. Yeah. I get it. Absolutely. That's my thought too. Hi Galvanath. Alright, I don't need to go watch the cutscene. Yeah, it's literally a mind flare. I know. Offensive or something. Yep. Just always doing things. Yeah, it's the English language is fun like that, right? Every region has its things that are like wildly inappropriate that like nobody else cares about. vice versa. Yeah, I know the deal. I watch it. I watch like people from all over. So Ziggy D is one of my favorite content creators. He's an Australian PoE and like variety guy. So we got a little experience with down under English. Oh, UK is fine with the C word too. Mainly US and Canada that get offended. Yeah, it's like, hey, we leveled up. I tried to commend. Easy level up. Yeah, it's like considered very offensive here. But a lot of things in the US are weird, so without getting too deep into that rabbit hole. That's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Need queue for my other roulette after our first break. Got a little ways. We're just leveling up and bantering. The good thing about 14 is that I can spend a lot of time just vibing with chat. Because a lot of it's almost AFK. Like, brain-wise. As long as I'm pressing the buttons in the right order. And part of Australian language is that it's extremely contextual and tonal. Yeah. Same word can be both offensive and not, depending on how it's used, how it's said. Yeah. That makes sense. It should be that way here. Not so much. Enhanced acceleration. Yeah, that makes sense. You would think that would just be how language works in general, but... or at least how English works in general. Not so... Yeah, I do get why you got your schedule flipped, though. That makes a lot of sense. I imagine it's better for like audience time, right? Not that there's not plenty of people in Australia, but I imagine the demographics work a little better. Something. I'm in the US, if that wasn't clear. Yeah, I'm streaming in the morning local time. Like you can see here, it's 10:51 in the morning. So I typically get like people who are lurking during their workday from the US, and then people from from Europe and UK and such that are just getting off work, that kind of thing. It works out. Somewhat. Worked out somewhat. In the UK, the posher bits mainly also get quite offended. Yeah, posh people are generally offended about everything, right? I mean, the more common parts, or more rough and reasonable. Makes sense. Fancy people will get offended about basically everything. A lot more people online in the UK and US during my night, so it's easier. Australia is freaking huge geographically, like somewhere else in the UA. Yeah, I was thinking that. But it's your population is much smaller. Makes sense. We have a lot of people. We have a lot of people in the US. Perhaps too many. We have that too. Fancy people get offended by the majority of the language. Yeah. Same here. Or at least, you know, people who claim to be fancy here. They're usually just looking for something to yell about. Yeah, I live in a big city. I live in Chicago, so we have a ton of people. One of the bigger cities in general, I believe, worldwide. You count like all the metropolitan, the whole metropolitan area, all that. That's why I'm not too concerned about saying that I'm from Chicago, or I'm in Chicago. Not from Chicago. Because you'd think it would be doxing myself, but Chicago big. Chicago big. I don't know what the number is, the actual population number. It's a lot. I am in fact fighting gigantic moths, if you're wondering. Just Final Fantasy things. If Chicago's good for pizza? I think it is, yes. I love me some deep dish. I even can get down with the tavern style. I can't remember what the actual name of it is. Like sort of a bar style where it's very thin, like square pizzas. But I love me a good deep dish pizza. For sure. I usually end up they're kind of decadent though. Like they're a lot. So I usually only grab one for like if people are visiting or like for my birthday or something. I'll get a deep dish for my birthday and then like have food for like a week. My stomach doesn't love the fact that I love it, but I love it. Oh yeah, I'm out in the middle of the bush, basically. But it docks myself because it's like, yep, I live somewhere in this gigantic area. Yeah, it's like, I'm in Australia. Good luck. I feel ya. It is important, though, to, you know, keep yourself safe on the interwebs. A lot of people nowadays don't seem to get that, right? It feels like personal security, like personal internet security has gone down, like the literacy for it. it feels like people are out here putting their like full name on things, like on their like, you know, like their usernames or tags. Like, I'm from a generation where you didn't do that. you didn't use your real name for anything. Online, obviously, you know, you got to use your real name for like things that are behind the scenes. But I don't know. Seems like it seems like it's people just don't care. Which is probably why there's, you know, people getting scammed constantly. Never had Chicago pizza, though I'd be picky as fuck. Italian heritage, so I've been trained to be very discriminating with pizza. Yeah, I do hear that it's the deep dish is controversial because it's such a departure from like anything resembling a classic pizza. Do hear that, but like it's more of a casserole, people will say. Like, I don't know. I just think it tastes good. I just think it tastes good. It's not a fate monster. But yeah, it's I have heard that it is offensive to a lot of people. But I also like pepperoni. I like pepperoni on pizza. Controversial opinion. No, I also like pineapple on pizza. I will literally get like a double pineapple and nothing else. Pizza from like Domino's. Which I know a lot of people have issues with. Not me. Love it. My go-to pizza order is like if I'm just like at Domino's, I'll do it like a supreme pizza, so like just, you know, just all the things, and then I'll do like one with like extra like one's just extra pineapple. Go to town. Be food for like 4 or 5 days. I assume at some point if I grow big enough to start streaming, I'll get found. My real details are already online from work and stuff. Thankfully, not where I live. Thankfully, where I live on property, and when rocking up here would be noticed long before we got to the house. Oh yeah, fair. And I live in such a small place, I know the postal office people by name, so if stuff gets... yeah, if you need to, like, deal with that. Don't mind deep dish, try not to have it anymore. A ton of carbs. But, draw the line at pineapple, that's heresy. Ah, never. But deep dish is a lot. Yeah, I know a lot of people are controversial on the old deep dish. I get it. Or on pineapple. I get it. It is about time for our first break, though, chat. So, I will step away from this fate as it comes up. We'll try to see if I can finish it off afterwards. As usual, we take our break when the stream takes a break. So feel free to get up, move around, grab yourself something to drink, snack, all that good stuff. And then we will be back in like 3-ish minutes from the time I put the break stream on. We still got like a minute for the thing props. But although now there's someone else here, so I'm not just... yeah. Make sure you know, you gotta take care of yourselves, hydrate, and all that good stuff while we take a break. So And like I said, if you've joined the Discord, I'll check it on the old break for the verifications, and we'll come back. A few seconds left. We'll see if I can finish this off. I need like one more. Racing. Nice. We did it. Alright. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. Chat. BRB. Welcome back, everybody. How are we doing? Yeah, that's the drop game from Pixel Plush. The drop bears failed to drop. I mean, you managed to drop. You just didn't get to, you know, land in the pool. There's nothing at stake. Except your pride! I wouldn't think 3 times in a row recently. Yeah, you've been nailing it. It's very skill-based, as you can tell. Yeah, you got like a 90-something. It was like a 90, yeah, it was like a 91 something. Just wild. Basically, you land in the pool and it goes... The closer to the center you get, the higher to 100 you get, is the idea. It's a cool little thing for y'all to do while I'm off, not streaming, taking my break, you know. I stole the idea from Mathman, if we're being totally honest. He uses it on his main channel for like having people select phasmophobia levels or you know, things of that nature. Random drawing type stuff. I just use it for the heck of it. Yeah, it's developed by Pixel Plush. You could the name's on the pool. They do a bunch of little stream games. Like there's this one. There's a like a Plinko type thing. There's a bunch of them. They're very cool. My, ooh. Stream, you okay? Sorry, I watched my my webcam froze for like a few seconds there. Weird. What was I doing? Let's do our MSQ roulette. Queue up for that. Yeah, what we'll do is, you know, we'll do our leveling roulette, which should get us another level. Then we'll probably switch over to MSQ stuff. Main story quest. For those out of the know. Need to get off a butt instead of a bunch of stuff for my stream. Yeah, I like doing it. It's all so secondary to like actually, you know, just getting on, practicing being a streamer. All that. People don't care that much, but it doesn't hurt. Like as long as we're like entertaining our in and of ourselves, you can go with completely without any overlays or screens or anything really, like BRBs or anything. As long as you can be entertaining, it could be the most scuffed setup in the world. People will still watch, but it definitely doesn't hurt to do stuff like that, and I like doing it. I like setting up stuff like that. That's why I've got a bunch of commands. I'm using streamer.bot for most of my stuff. I think the only thing that's not running through it is my like the alerts, like follower alerts and such. Those are just running through Twitch at the moment. It's good to have some. It's good to have, you know, at least the basics going, alerts and things like that. But no, I get it. It's a lot of work, and if you know you're already busy with so many other things, it's hard to get the time. Maybe stream. I assume that streamer.bot too. Links are auto purged, except for Kill's a VIP. I don't know if he even noticed that I added him to the list. Kill's a VIP, which is why he can do links. You're on the list! Yeah. Hey, we heard our roulette. It handles a lot of my alerts, but there's a bunch of stuff I'd like to set up. We just need to actually do it. There's so much you can do with StreamerBot. StreamerBot. It's, so good. Oh hey, we're in the Praetorium! Again. Very impressive bomb. Try not to get on too many lists. I'm trying not to get on too many lists, but I probably am, too. So this is a main story roulette, which means we're essentially playing a mission from earlier in the campaign, in the main story. So, I'm not going to pay too much attention to what's going on, despite the usual stream thing. But we've done this one so many times. Sadly, as someone who's worked on certain lists, I know for sure I'm on a bunch of them. Work in cybersecurity and you're on all the lists. Yeah, that would make sense. That would track. That would kind of make sense. I'm sure I'm on something too. Not gonna go into why. Things are fine. Everything's fine here. Everything's fine. Not scuffed at all. I'm sure at this point there's like nobody who isn't on a list or something, right? Because if nothing else, let's be honest, Google, Facebook, and you know all of their buddies they're all keeping track of us anyway, so at the very least we're on their list. Even if you're trying your best. We're all running. I'm at the top of the Guy Fawkes fan club list, what can I say? It's a bold choice. It's a bold choice. Remember. Remember Math's birthday, actually. For those who don't know, Mathman's birthday is also the 5th of November. Despite the goof being that every other day is his birthday. Get stopped in airports forever afterwards. Oh yeah, you're just getting constantly back-checked. The list people think are way more generic than most people realize. It's not like this guy is specifically a problem. It's more like this guy may have tangentially looked up a thing that maybe could possibly mean. Yeah, right. Like it's just. Yeah, at one point you probably searched something that, yeah, may correlate vaguely in the direction. Then, like, you know, say you're a writer or a game dev or something, and you're looking up stuff for your craft, and it ends up being some like really sketchy search, but you need it, right? Because you're trying to be realistic. Boom, congratulations, you're on a list. I have a relative who was born 5th of November, so I always give him the remembrance speech. Yeah, you got to. It's required. Speaking of birthdays, I've been a year older for 2 hours and not realized. Drop Bear, happy birthday. Happy birthday. I hope it goes well, buddy. Mine is not for a few months yet. Happy birthday. Sure, you'll sleep through most of it. Hey, honestly, at this point, that would be a great birthday for me. I could use like a 24-hour sleep experience. But I hope you have a good one. Make sure you treat yourself today, even if nobody else is going to. Make sure you treat yourself. Get you some cake or some beer or some whiskey or whatever you're feeling. Treat yourself. If there's one time of the year where you're obligated, I've got a few months for mine. I'm sure I'll do something streamy for it. I'm sure I'll do something. I'm born in the same month that I started doing this stream thing as a real thing. So I might do some kind of like combo stream anniversary / birthday type thing when that comes around. I should probably think of something to do for that. But we'll see. Get the feeling the missus is gonna cook lasagna and tiramisu, so I'll be gorged and asleep. There you go. You're set then. That is the way to do it. I'm hungry just thinking about that. That sounds awesome though. Yep. That sounds awesome. Nice. That'd be a good combo stream. Also funny how you started in the same month. Yeah, it wasn't like intentional, I don't think. Like I wasn't like, oh, this will be perfect for my metrics later. I think I just got like, you know, sort of maybe my birthday hit and I was like, I need to do something because things are, you know, scuffed. As it happens, you know, your birthday hits and you're like, am I good? Am I good where I'm at? You know, brain things. Just brain things. I should have started forever ago. I always thought it would be fun to do, but never thought I could pull it off, honestly. But I've been super enjoying it. Yeah, it'll be my 1 year stream anniversary. Wild. Wild. 1 year closer to insert nearest decade here. Need to do things. Exactly. You get it. You get it. been the story of my adult life, I think. That's how I got into my, or that's how I ended up finishing my degree finally. I was turning 30, and I was like, I need to like do something, because I was doing random jobs. I was like, I need to do a thing, so I did a thing, got my degree. Used it for a while, and now I'm not technically using it at all. But I did the thing, and I got the debt for it. Haha! Yeah, now I'm not 30 anymore. Or in my 30s anymore. Working on the next decade. How old am I? Oh. Oh no, I've reached the point where I have to actually do the math. Okay. Yes. I'm 41. That's the number. Oof. That's right, I'm coming up on the answer to the life, the world, the universe, and etc. I'm glad we're all doing the things we all get to hang out all day. It's true. It has worked out. Alien Invader! Hey buddy, how are you doing, bud? How are you doing? It has been a while. I've been playing a lot of random things lately, haven't I? But yeah, I've added 14 back into my weekly rotation here on Wednesdays. Wraith of Light Wednesdays. Get it? WOL. So yeah, it's good to see you, buddy. How have you been, Alien? Okay, I had to do the math yesterday because we were discussing how close I am to 40. I couldn't remember. It happens. Yeah. Good to see you, man. I'm just doing my my leveling roulettes here, and then we'll probably dive back into Dawn Trail. As we do. Right now we're just bantering about, age and life and doing our, as Math puts it, a talk show with the game in the background. Because there's only so many times I can listen to Nero ramble. Or read Nero ramble. Yeah, I do hope everybody's doing well today. And yeah, 14 is now happening every Wednesday, for those who are wondering. That's the reason there's the title is as it is. It's sort of our weekly show. I guess it's a show, technically. Just to give some consistency while I'm playing all of my other weird story games on my other days. It's the Light Wraith show. Exactly. That's what streaming is. I mean, like, Matt's not wrong. It's the insert streamer here show. So it's the Kill Me Ass show over on your stream. And it's the Drop Bear show over on Drop Bear's stream. That's how it works. Talking of weird story games, you might actually like the story for Dune Awakening. It's intriguing. I've heard a little bit. It's like a sort of what if story, right? Without getting too much into it. It's like a what if. Sort of like, you know, if certain things had gone differently. That's what I've heard. That's like all I've I've got from it. Yeah, like an alternate universe type of thing. Yeah, very neat. That could be fun. That could be fun. Maybe I'll check it out at some point. Just gotta make the money come in. So, you know, if you got a Prime, click that button down there. Other subs are available. I have to shill occasionally. I don't do it very much nowadays. I just sort of let my bot do the talking. Everybody on Twitch knows that you can follow and sub and all that. It doesn't do any good to like yell about it constantly, I don't think. Despite what Twitch being like, hey, you should yell about it constantly. No. Won't let me sub twice? Technically it does kill. Technically you can do a higher tier, but no, that's crazy. That's crazy. There's Nero with his Monster Hunter hammer again. I don't expect anybody to sub, much less do one of the higher tier ones. I don't understand the tiers. Do they do anything? So for me, currently, no. But you can do stuff like have special emotes that only unlock at certain tiers. That kind of thing. I think there might be other stuff too. Like you can have special roles in Discords. Like I've got, you know, I technically just have like a generic subscribe reward that you could do. You could do special roles there, but yeah, mostly it's some individual emotes and then just, you know, supporting the streamer, right? It's the same as on Patreon. My Patreon doesn't have any. My Patreon's got like nothing on it. I should do more with that in general, honestly. But yeah, it's just, you know, just mostly they're mostly there so you can support the streamer more if you desire, basically. Like I said, I don't expect anybody to sub in general, but I appreciate every one of them. And of course, they still get all the regular benefits, you know, ad free and all that good stuff. You can tell I've done this fight a couple of times because I'm just like completely AFK on the actual encounter. This might be the fight I've done the most at this point. The roulette keeps proccing it over and over again. But yeah, you get like tiered emotes, and the sub badge. You can also have like a higher, like a fancier sub badge. I guess it's on there too. But it's all on the streamer to like set that up. I don't currently have any higher tier emotes. I need to set aside my next like Twitch payout and maybe do like some commissioning something like that to go ahead and just fill out the rest of my stuff. So I like the ones I got, but I could use some more, and I'm not an artiste. I just play one on TV. I don't know what that means. Don't know what that would mean. Although I guess content creators are artists, right? Yes, technically. For a given value. Did I hydrate, Kill? I don't remember if I did. But cheers again. Drink some water, chat. Yeah, content creators are artists. Yeah, I mean we're creating things, right? Twitch has always been like super slow to like do their thing. And then occasionally it'll be like, this one's instantly approved. What? Then yeah, then the next one will be like 3 days. Got some potato PCs. Yeah, my buddy here, Nelfie, did like the pixel art for my my little mascot guy, Wraith. His name is Wraith. The subject of most of my emotes. And then I used like, there's some tools online and on Twitch that you can use to like animate static emotes. So that's where like the dance and rave and everything came from. But I could use more. I need to think of what I want to do for the like the higher sub-tier emotes and things like that. And then I think I've got like one more animated slot. I still need to fill out. Yeah. Obviously, as you get to certain numbers of subs, you get more slots unlocked. I haven't hit any of those thresholds yet, so I don't know exactly how that works, but
tell me, for whom do you fight?
It's gonna be. They're gonna get a lot slower to approve things soon. I think now that affiliate is easier to get, they've dropped the affiliate requirements to like a fraction of what they were. I'm sure they're probably getting slammed right now, trying to deal with probably like the hundreds of thousands of people who probably who immediately hit it or whatever. So yeah, it's probably gonna take a minute for them to catch back up. Gaius is gonna ramble for a bit here, so if anybody has any questions, comments, anything fun, whatever.
If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well in Cartano and call them down?
Gaius can yap, as the kids would say.
They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether.
Gorge them with ether.
Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons.
What are some of my favorite streams to watch? Let's see. Well, when I'm not lurking in y'all's streams, or sometimes when I am. I watch. I like Jesse Cox. He's a cool guy. A fellow old man on the internet doing things. He's also in his 40s. But unlike me, he's been doing this for like 15 years. It's not a trick question. I figured. Let's see. I'll watch a lot of Co-Carnage, just randomly. I'll lurk in there because, again, my demographic, and I can learn a lot from him because he's obviously very successful in what he does. I like watching Ziggy D, but Ziggy is an Aussie, so I don't catch a lot of his streams live because he goes live like during like the Aussie day, so it's like best scenario. It's like 11 p.m. for me. Yeah. Those are probably the most common ones. I'll even like catch I'll occasionally drop in on like Northern Lion stream because if you want to learn how to banter, like like Math is like always talking about being like super active, just talking constantly, just going. If you want to learn how to banter, watch a Northern Lion stream because that man can go. That man can talk. Yeah, a lot of I watch a lot of streams just in general when I have the time. And it's kind of like research, right? Yeah, I'm one of the ones who instant affiliated. Nice, congratulations. Was a couple of follows away from the original requirements. Then you got the random email and Twitch message that said it. Nice. That is a score. We take those. Plus some Code Carnage stuff. He seems yeah, and he seems like a genuinely like just a cool guy, just in general, right? I'm not big into like the super not chill people. They have their place, but it's not really my vibe, obviously. Uh-oh. We're watching Northern Lion when Terraria first released. Nice. Blast from the past. Yeah, he's still doing his thing, man. He's doing a lot of variety now. He's managed to escape from Binding of Isaac Purgatory. He just sort of does whatever he wants. He's of that like stream size where pretty much whatever he does, people are gonna watch because they're watching for him, like we've talked about. He's cool. Very entertaining guy. And he can go, like I said. He can yap. Yeah, Jesse Cox does a lot of content creating stuff. He also produces games. He's a gamer man. I've been watching him for years and years. How about y'all? Oh god. I wasn't paying attention. I know I'm everybody's favorite, but what else to get up to? This is also not a trick question. I'm always curious. Lash. So angry. I'll be dead. Nice. Got him. Watch a lot of Motorhar, Spawnwave, Jano on YouTube. Nice. Mainly for gaming tech news. Nice. Mainly our tribe that I watch stream-wise though. That's right. You're not a. You're a more recent Twitchy man, right? That's right. Kill. Watch a lot of Pirate Software, other smaller streamers like ourselves, really. Hey, that works. I've seen a lot of Pirate Software's stuff. like his shorts and things. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever watched him live. Now that I think about it, maybe I should check that out. 'Cause he seems like a knowledgeable guy. Tried watching Pirate Software because there's just so much chat I can't. Yeah, that is one thing about the like hopping on the really big streamers. You're pretty much, you know, gonna be a spectator. It's less of a like specifically like interactive. Like you might, you know, I know everybody, or at least I know most of the goods, like most good streamers are trying to, you know, spend time chatting and answering messages and stuff. But it's hard. It's hard when you're, you know, you got 20,000 people in the stream, and you know, at least hundreds chatting, right? Yeah, it's wild. It's wild to see some of those big chats going. Let's see. Well, we hit level 89. Getting there. Do I get anything for 89? No. We got some for, I think, 86, didn't we? 87. Did we get something for 87? Trait? Or 88, rather. Oh yeah, we got enhanced acceleration. That's right. You only get something for 69 and then you get a nice. Nice. Such a wild... It's so wild that it just became like just a generic thing, right? So wild. It's like completely detached from its original connotation. So funny. That's how memes are made. It's true. It is true. Just so funny every time. I love it. I mean, I do it. I hit you with a nice one. You landed in the pool earlier because you hit the funny number. It's like automatic. Human beings are funny. Our brains are weird. But I think it's time for us to go to Black Mage. In my club and outfit. Very specific club. Again. Let's go to do some teleporting. Well, let's do some original meaning dinner for two. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. No, it's, you know, people always give it a nice, but I bet there's a non-zero number of people that don't understand what it actually is. They just attach it to it being, you know, nice. I bet there is. Weirdly enough. What was I doing? Dinner for two. I like that. I like that way of putting it. I see what you did there. I see it. Back here. Yeah, it's like not so much detached, just like people just don't know. Yeah. It's like you know what you're saying when you say it, right? Yeah, true. Probably a lot of the younger generation will have a clue. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. they just you know, hear people calling it a funny number on the internet, and they're like, "Yep, that is a funny number. Nice." It's like I don't know if you, a teenager, should be you know. What can you do? The memes be memeing. And you know, English evolves. Most of the things that people under the age of 15 are saying, I probably literally wouldn't understand. So, you know. I mean, me as a teenager, I knew what it meant. Yeah, me too. But, you know, we're not supposed to. But talking to my kids, it's different these days. They're somehow both more and less sexualized. Yeah, I've heard that from like multiple people, and generally like a, you know, vibe. That there's like it's like a weird combination of like a puritanical thing, but also just being more exposed to everything. So it's like there's like almost like a backlash against it or something. I don't know. It's very weird. We live in a time. I don't have kids myself, thankfully. It's not likely that that's a thing that I will ever do. I am working hard enough to just take care of myself. That's enough for me. I don't even have any pets or anything, or even like plants. Just working on myself. Just working on myself. I'd rather be the cool uncle than anything else. Whether to like actual like nieces and nephews, or you know, friends, kids, or friends' pets even, really. Modern society devolution in many ways. Yeah, it's definitely been a weird time. Some things have evolved, some things have perhaps not. It's all over the place. All over the place. They want me to talk to this. Speaking of children, they want me to talk to this kid, but I'll do it here in a few minutes. We'll just banter for a little bit because we're getting close to the next break. I'll just run around in circles, look at stuff. Maybe attune to this thing. Yeah, we had this discussion earlier on audio stream. Funny how things turn around. Yeah. I agree with how Audie put it personally. I don't consent to be put on this world. It's true. You're just sort of done it. The world isn't a great place these days. There's, you know, yeah. Yeah. Definitely good stuff happening. But also, we live in a time. We definitely live in an interesting time in that, that old curse. The, may you live in interesting times. Curse. I'll just suck at looking after myself and another. Yep, same boat. I got my hands full right here. Yeah, I procreated when I was young and dumb. Now I'm older and still dumb. Not sure if I would do the same if I had known better. Hey. But, you know. Sure, they are lucky to have you. Drop bear. You seem like a good guy. So. It could have gone worse. I get it. I get it. It's a lot. I can't. Actually, I don't get it. I couldn't do it. But also, very little chance of me procreating unless I make a concerted effort at it. I'd pretty much have to go out of my way. You know what I mean? I mean that I'm gay. That wasn't clear. You know, yeah. I don't. It's not something I had. It's literally in my description if you read it carefully. Is there a second Mr. Wraith? No, I am perpetually single. So very, very single. So very, very. Damn, I assumed you've been happy. That would be a... Yeah. I mean, I'm also trying to be happy. I guess. Sometimes. I try to be. Yeah, no. It's a thing. Single can sometimes be healthier than relationships too. It is for me at this point. Yeah. It's not like I'm looking as such, because I gotta get myself right. Yeah. I'm just here doing my thing. Just here doing my thing. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. That's all we can do. Every one of us. Doing our thing. But yes, happy Pride, everybody. It is Pride Month here in the US. Our events aren't until later this month, like here in Chicago. There's a parade's like the last Sunday of the month, I think. Like and they do a big parade, like hours and hours. It's a lot. It's a lot. But it's also nearby, so I usually go out and, you know, soak in the vibes for a couple hours. Yeah, Brad. I don't know if different countries have different months for that, actually. Or if other countries even, like, have a month. I don't know how that works. US-centric here. Ooh. Boo. Yeah, contrary to a lot of people's intention of loving their head, or inventions of loving their head. Makes sense. More sense. Single is good for a lot of time. Yeah. There's a cultural, like, thing, right? Where people, you know, you start feeling weird if you're not, or you start being made to feel weird if you're not in a relationship, or married, or had kids, or insert random, completely BS milestone here. Just live your life. just live your life. Some people will get married, some people won't. Some people will have kids, some people won't. Some people will own a home, some people won't. Mostly won't nowadays. Just do your thing. Just do your thing. Yeah, ours is really concentrated around February. That's when Mardi Gras is, basically. Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. Makes sense, though, I guess. Neat. Yeah, I think even here, like a lot of places do their stuff at in different months. It's weird. But hey, I'm not gonna argue with it. Yeah, people need to leave others alone. But syncing it up with Mardi Gras does actually kind of make sense. I'm actually kind of surprised that y'all do Mardi Gras down under. I thought that was like a Louisiana thing. Honestly. Tells you what I know. Stupid American logging in. Yeah, people need to leave others alone. Do whoever they want to be and not interfere. That is the dream, Kill. That is the dream. Yeah, I don't know why I thought Mardi Gras was just a US thing. It almost certainly came from, like, elsewhere, originally. I would think. Because everything in the US originally came from somewhere else, pretty much. The old melting pot. Yeah, Sydney Mardi Gras is a massive LGBTQ celebration here. That's awesome, actually. I dig it. I dig it. I lived in New Orleans for a little bit. New Orleans, Louisiana. I lived down there. I wasn't there for a Mardi Gras, but apparently that goes crazy. That apparently gets insane. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome down there. I mean, like I said, it makes sense. Like, they're both supposed to be celebrations, right? So it makes sense. We are getting close to our next break here while we're bantering. But, you know, as usual, we'll take our break when the stream does. So that I can get up, theoretically rest my, my banter lips. Banter throat? I don't like either of those, actually. You know, get up, move around, get something to drink. I might grab open up a Pop-Tart or something, grab a couple of bites. I could use a little more energy, I think. We don't tend to have as much homophobia here, at least compared to what I saw in the US last time I was there. It's an issue. 100%. It's less of an issue up north, which is where I'm at now, than it is down in the capital S south. But yeah, it's an issue everywhere. So Sydney Mardi Gras ends up being a fucking huge citywide thing. Everyone gets in it. That's amazing. I may have to someday make that trip. I think that'd be cool. Try to be down there for around that time. I've wanted to go to Australia. I would love to just do some traveling in general, but traveling is expensive. Except for traveling to the ads, which are about to happen in about 5 seconds. So, we'll be back here momentarily, chat, for more banter, some Black Mage MSQ, and all that good stuff. So stay tuned, and we will BRB. And we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, you landed again, Kill. And then I landed, but you beat me. GG's. GG's, I got outplayed. I got outplayed. Yeah. I like the drop game. It's cute. Yeah, like I said, you just find it on Pixel Plush. It's just a browser source. It doesn't even require any extra things. Doesn't require any extra things. Ugh. I suppose we should do some MSQ, huh? I've been enjoying the banter today, though. Thank y'all for hanging out with me and chatting and everything. I always love it. I always love it. Make it a very much a talk show type of things on this kind of thing. Yep. Very literate. Very literate. I like the thing that is the thing, and you know, the stuff and the thing. Uh-huh. You get it, right? Thank you, Venia. Right back at you. Right back at you, Gil. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being awesome, just in general. We might not be huge, but I like the little community we're developing. So if we can keep that energy going as we scale, then I'll be a happy man. I'll be a happy man. 100%. Let's talk to this child, speaking of. Once you choose to depart, Wickelmont will accompany you. The blue scaled or Vigo child will then begin to move towards the destination. Make your way to the destination without falling behind. If you leave Wickelmont behind for any reason, or lose sight of the child, you may try again by returning to the starting point. Okay. Let's go chasing a child, I guess? Occasionally 14 does these weird, like, not escort quests, but like anti-escort quests. And of course, we're faster than he is while jogging, so as with all escort quests, we gotta do the stop and start. Hi. I don't think this child should be in a bar. Personally. I don't think this child should be at a bar. Oh boy, I haven't voice acted at all today, have I? Is this where you wanted to bring us? I don't have a set voice for her. I can't nail it. I need to watch some more of the stuff that Books has been posting about voice acting. I need to ramp up. What is this place? You're meant to relax here. It isn't working for me. Hey, what's your name? I know what his voice is going to be, though. If he ever talks to us. So you're still not inclined to talk? He'll only talk to you if he's completely comfortable with you. Her name's Melancholy, so... You know him? Thanks. After a fashion. But never mind that. How about something to wet your whistle? Now I got the NPCs telling me to hydrate. Oh, it's adorable As adorable as you are, it's on the house. I can recommend our special. Her Majesty. What? Oh, that's the name of the drink. Gotcha. I'll prepare one without liquor for the boy, too. Yes. Yeah, this is a bar, Wicklemat. Thanks, but no thanks. We're supposed to meet a friend named Kakuya. Yes, consume our monarch. It, you know, every like alcoholic like cocktail has a wild name, right? So it makes sense they called one Your Majesty. But it does lead to some weird sentences, and probably, like we talked about earlier, ends up with you on a list, right? It's like, boss, we heard this lady talking about drinking Her Majesty. I don't know. Put him on the list. This is a telephone, chat. This is what phones used to look like. Apparently when, I guess, Dropberry, you might know this, or you might have experience with this. Apparently now when kids mime being on the phone, they do it like you're holding a cell phone. Like, so it's like this, instead of the classic. That's what I've heard. Imagine the Queen is pretty dried up these days. Kill. That's gonna get you put on a list. I got it though. That's not the worst. My kids didn't know the concept of a floppy disk. They thought it was a save icon. Yeah, I've heard that one too. But they thought that, yeah, that was just what a save icon was. They didn't know it came from like an actual piece of hardware. Ugh. I need to have like a streamer.bot effect that makes my camera like Thanos, just dust away. I could do that. I bet I could do that. just fading to dust. I'm old enough to have used the floppy disks, so the 5 1/4, right? Yeah, 5 1/4 inch. That's also a good question. So in the US we refer to them by their size in inches. Is that the same elsewhere? Like for like floppy disks, so we have like a 5 1/4 or a 3 1/2 inch. Is that this? How do the people on the metric system, is what I'm referring to. So basically everywhere but the US. Y'all still use 5 1/4 inch? Interesting. I wonder if it's. I assume it's because they were probably invented here. If I had to take a wild jump, we have invented a lot of technology. We didn't invent a lot of things, but a lot of technology, yeah. Yeah, if we were referring to big versus small, you'd use the inches. Yeah, huh. We'd call them floppies individually. Except Wi-Fi, that's ours. I did hear that, right? That, yeah, like, apparently there's just a bunch of very specific things that you wouldn't expect, I guess, but that were invented in Australia. And yeah, I didn't know about the Wi-Fi one until not too long ago, actually. like maybe a few months ago. And I was like, huh, today I learned. I didn't know where it was made. Like, I didn't have an assumption that we developed Wi-Fi. I just didn't know. But yeah, that was an interesting one. BRB pizza time. Pizza time. Love pizza time. I'm lactose intolerant and I still love pizza time. I suffer for the deliciousness. We're surprisingly inventive bunch, apparently. Small population, we've invented a number of things. Yeah, it's like a surprising number. Like the same time I heard about the Wi-Fi one, it was like in a list of things. I was like, huh. Sick. Very cool. Love to see it though. I much prefer a world where the US doesn't have the monopoly on all the tech inventions, preferably. Although, you know, we would like you to think it is. We have it, apparently. We ran into the child on the way. Can you let us here? Yeah, what were some of the other big ones? Drop bear. We'll teach some peoples, and also remind me. I mean, I know. I'm asking so that we can educate the chat. Oh, so you're with Kikuya. Suspicious. Oh, in that case, go and have a chat with Big Tasso's there. He'll show you to a fun place. Black box flight recorders, that's a good one. Pacemakers, excellent one. And ultrasound and cochlear implant. Jeez, yeah, that's a good list. Honestly, those are some big ones. Like, every one of those is life changing. Wow, very cool. I mean, I knew that. I knew that. But, you know, thank you for enlightening. I'm sure there's more, but those are the ones that are particularly famous. Yeah, for good reason. Those are all huge. You inspired me to get Domino's. I'm sorry, and you're welcome. I do like some pizza. I do like some Domino's. I mean, now you got to give me the toppings, Kel. What's the setup today? What about him? I don't think he's in the mood to talk, so he can tend to bar with me. All I know is my hometown invented road cat eyes. Is that like the little thing, like the reflective, like, things they put in the middle of roads and such to, like, define lanes at night? Oh, I never knew those were called cat eyes. See, I'm learning things. I am learning things. And you got an Americano. Onions, peppers, pepperoni, chicken, and herbs. Sounds delicious. Strangely enough, doesn't feel like a super common pizza here. It's interesting that it's called the Americano. I mean, it's not like uncommon. But I don't see a lot of. You don't see a lot of. Unless you're getting like specifically that direction, you don't see a lot of like chicken on pizza here. Unless you're doing like a barbecue chicken pizza or something like that. So interesting. Yeah, reflective cat eyes in the middle of the road. In Halifax? Okay. Today I learned. Those are also kind of huge. They're not showy, right? But, I mean, I guess they are showy by definition, because they're reflective. But, it's not like... We made the internet, but no, it, like, probably saved thousands of lives, millions of lives. So, props. Y'all popping off. Both of you. You got it is barbecue rather than tomato sauce? Okay, then yeah, that makes sense then. that tracks. Fair enough. Reading Google about other Australian inventions, so I'm not sure I believe. Yeah, that's the problem nowadays, isn't it? Remember when you could Google something and you were like relatively certain that what you were Googling was true? Those were the days. Apparently refrigeration? Also an important one. Yeah, I don't know anything to conflict that. But maybe. Google AI, probably fever dreaming inventions. Hallucinating is the AI term. Yeah, we've personified LLMs to the point where it's a hallucination when an LLM makes up a fact. Yep. I'm trying to force myself not to call them AIs. I still do it because it's more understandable than LLM, but what everyone's calling AIs aren't AIs. They're large language models, which means they just run an analysis on words and choose the most likely thing to string into sentences. Giving them afflictions and feelings now? Yep. But Larry and time. Yeah, we're in a weird technological age. Yeah, I feel like that's got to be a biased weight. I refuse to call them hallucinations. That implies they have more thinking power than they do. Right. Because they're not AI. They're not thinking at all, as we would like consider it. But the propaganda is strong. Like I said, I'm doing like AI training stuff as part of my freelance stuff, or LLM training stuff, which is basically like, you know, seeing prompts and like critiquing them, or you know, doing my own prompts and then critiquing the AI's response to make it better. But yeah, apparently everyone's calling them hallucinations, but yeah, it's just being wrong. That's what it is. When an LLM tells you something untrue, it is wrong. It's just not correct. It's not a fact. It's not a hallucination. It is wrong. RLHF. Yep. Real life, have fun. But yeah, they don't think. They're not really AI, as we've defined it as like an actual thing. Considering there's always going to be a chance of them being wrong from the point forward, AI should be renamed RNG machines. Fun fact about computer RNG, Kel, it's also terrible. Reinforcement learning via human feedback. Yes. That makes more sense. Acronyms be acronyming. Yes, that is functionally what I'm doing. Fun computer science fact. Computers are terrible at RNG. You have to jump through so many hoops to make it give you something random. Usually involving adding a seed to the way it chooses, and mixing up the seed. But if you know the seed, it will give you the same answer. Reinforcement learning. No, we should crack the whips, make the RNG machines oranges. Otherwise, they might rise up. I don't know. I, for one, welcome our robot overlords. I'm on the internet. I don't need them seeing this. This has taken a turn for the strange, Wilcomot. This is taking a turn for the strange. I don't think we're walking into a trap, do you? Yeah, there's a reason I have a tiny board in my computer that is intentionally bad. It's to generate good RNG. Yeah, exactly. It's actually a circuit being held on the edge of 1 or 0, so basically a poor man's superposition. Nice. That's very clever. Best way to do it. Because yeah, it's a lot of people get confused and think. I mean, humans aren't good at RNG either, right? Like, try to be completely random sometime, and I bet if you tracked it long enough, you'll find you have trends. But computers are just not. They don't want to be random. Computers are like, what? You asked for a number, and I gave you a number. What do you mean you didn't want that number? Over and over again. No. I wanted a number. I didn't want that number. Remember having an issue on Linux servers years back where the RNG wasn't good enough because it was trying to seed from mouse movement or something, which didn't occur on a headless server. Right? Yeah. People use all sorts of weird things for seeds. That's the mouse movement one is a clever one until it's headless and there's no mouse. So, oops. Yeah, even that circuit is determinable. It's just that you need to know the temperature and the electromagnetic fields influencing it. Don't seed. Right. All you can do is like obfuscate or like add more factors into the seed, basically. Right. And then, a lot of computers will use like dates or times, or like how long the computer's been running, or the that one specific date, like the Unix date or whatever. Can't remember the name of it. I should remember the name of it. But like so and so 1970. The computers like to count from. Yeah, it's very, very fascinating. The Unix epoch. That's it. Yeah. That's it. The date the world was made? Yeah. The world did not exist before 1970. Can confirm. RNG circuits similar to the one I have are basically made for that reason, right? Because generating good random data is a fucking pain in the ass. Yes. So servers that did tons of cryptographical stuff, like SSL and TLS and those sorts of things. Right. Yeah, and apparently with the advent of quantum computing, we're going to have to do a lot more nonsense. On both sides. It's the way they're a lot. Quantum computing is a lot. big science things. But this doesn't have suspicious written on over. I'm getting very distracted from the MSQ. That's not a sign to stop. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. I am enjoying it thoroughly. Hey, Jet Black Sheep. How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. We're having a banter day. No, I'm gonna click that. We're just gonna banter. We're bantering for a bit longer. I'm in banter mode. I'm in banter mode. Hey, how's it going? I'm doing well. We're just doing some Final Fantasy XIV today. Allegedly doing some Final Fantasy XIV today. It's mostly been chatting with some buddies here, you know. Been a talk show day, 100%, which I love. I love a good chat day. How about yourself? How are you today? Dark Daddy, huh? Oh my. Yeah, it's been a good day. I had a hectic morning, but since getting on stream, things have been great. Things have been real good. I'm just gonna run laps. I'm just gonna run some laps. I won't run laps. I'll go around and grab some more of these aetherite things so I can get my fast travel on if I need it. I don't have them yet. Yeah, I'll occasionally have a stream day where yeah, we've attuned ourselves to all the Aetherite shows. Nice. I'll occasionally have a stream day where, you know, not a lot of gaming actively happens. But, you know, I don't mind it. Because it's all about the experience. So if y'all are having fun, then I'm having fun. Heart is running and butt puckering. Ran out of fuel in the middle of the sand and nearly got eaten by a worm. Oh. Gotta walk without rhythm. Gotta walk without rhythm, Drop Bear. And you won't attract the worm. So I hear. So I hear. Keep auto-depositing fuel cells. That's Drop Bear. Doing right over here, just working away. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are a little brutal lately. Oof. Well, I hope they calm down a bit. But I do appreciate you coming to hang out, though. Hopefully, I can be a little bit of a relaxation. We've been in full ramble mode today. Like, we've been talking about all sorts of stuff. Some computer science things, some life things, some, I don't know, a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. A little bit of every stream appropriate thing was. A little bit of everything stream appropriate. So, hopefully we can keep that vibe going. For you, Mulcher Sheep. Mon ami. A little bit of French is slipping its way back into my vocabulary thanks to Expedition 33. Thanks to Expedition 33, which I'm, like I said, I'm gonna do my best to not make it my entire personality, but game's good. Game's good, chat.
also weak.
I need to move my duder down. It was a little quiet that time, but I think it came through. It broke. Here. Where can I do something? I don't know. There's a way to refund points. I don't know how to do it. Someday I'll figure it out. Someday I'll figure it out. But until then, hold on.
I too am.
There you go. Yeah.
But I'm also weak. So the weak.
I've got SK up on the screen. Yep. Yeah. I may go all out and cut out or like take a picture of like SK in motion and just do the world's most scuffed like fly across the screen. I may do that. Could be fun. Just like time it to be with the thing, so like over 10 seconds, he just like zooms across, like over, either on the top or the bottom or something. I may do that when I get a chance. It should be super doable. But take some setup. Work lately, you never know. Still be grinding the next few weeks, I'm sure. Hopefully it'll cool off by the second week of July or so. Yeah, here's hoping. But hey, money, right? Money. I assume you're getting paid. Hopefully at least some amount. Shivering now, it's dropped below 40. Yeah, that's pretty chilly. Is the indoor or is the insulation in Australia a struggle too? I know the UK, for example, doesn't do air conditioning, so hot temperatures like destroy them. Kill is over there suffering during the summer. I know. I assume Australia does air conditioning because, you know, Australia. But do you also handle cold? Don't know if it'd risk the tandem bike. Me and you. And you and me. Stuck in the UK and suffering. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah. We get a bit of that here, Kill, as well. Air conditioning is not quite as common once you get up to like the northern part of the US. It's not like quite as ubiquitous as it is in the more southern parts. Like I don't have central air. I have. You can see it behind me, back there at the wall. I have a little like in-wall, or like an in-wall AC unit for my apartment. But yeah, it gets cold up here, so the insulation's great. The heating's on point. Perhaps too much heat for me. I run hot in general. Worse than that, I live in a house built in the 1930s. repair. Because the only way I could buy property house these days. Yeah. Yeah. So there wasn't even a concept for it then? Right, they didn't even, like, attempt, right? Eesh. And yeah, it's probably, like, a nightmare to try to retrofit that, right? I assume. I should continue this quest. At least a little bit. Yeah, oof. That's a big ol' oof. Hopefully you can stay bundled up enough. Yeah, we've got... My building has like radiator heat. So... I stay real toasty in the winter. Too toasty. And then I've got my AC units, which I try to keep off during the stream, because for y'all. Although I think I might have it on right now. I may have left it on. So hopefully it's not coming through too much on my mic. I've got noise suppression and all that, but sometimes it still fuzzes up things a little bit. Yeah, I'd have to do an incredible amount of work, spend a crap ton of money to get the house up to code for insulation. Ugh, yeah. It does have a wood fire heater though, which is lovely. Ooh, that does sound cozy. Have too much natural insulation. Me too, Kel, me too. I've always run so warm. Although being broke is doing wonders for my waistline. Not eating out a lot. Not eating out. Saving myself some money. Also saving some calories. Kinda wish I was the weight I used to be. Probably less cold. Yeah, there's trade-offs to everything, right? You win some, you lose some. I still produce heat like anything. This calls me a nuclear reactor. Yeah, so you're a fellow run hot guy, I see. Nice. Yeah, I roast. I roast constantly. Like it colder, you can always layer up. It is a bit easier than layering down. At least, you know, in public, I guess. Or around other people. Not necessarily in public. But also if you got roommates and stuff, there's only so much you probably want to layer down before having a chat. Before having a conversation. Usually keep your house at like 65 or something. Oof, yeah. I was that way for the longest time, keeping it super cold. But I've adapted to just trying to like keep it around like 72 Fahrenheit-ish, like room temperature-ish. Just to save myself money, basically. Just to save money on AC. I'm also a colder type person. Want to retire somewhere even colder than here where I grew up. It's literal hell. Oof. Hey, Nelfie. How you doing, buddy? We're just running around. We're having a banter day. How are you doing? It's storming like a mofo? No, it's... I mean, you can see the windows. It's sunny outside. It's sunny outside here. It said it was supposed to rain. But it's like... bright and sunny. You keep it at 65 in the winter. Yeah. I don't have control over the heat. Over the building heat, like the radiator heat. We're just supposed to keep the radiators open. So if the building decides it wants me to be hot, then it is. And spoiler, whenever it's like below like 45, it turns the radiators on full blast. And it ends up like in the 80s in my apartment. It was sunny here, then it wasn't. Yeesh. Yeah, it was like I got like a warning this morning. It was like heavy rains. There doesn't seem to be. Maybe it just hasn't hit us yet. Maybe it's like swooping up from you, Nelthy. Minimum temperature where I grew up is apparently 100 Fahrenheit, basically. Maximum just more than that. Yeah, I grew up in the U.S. South where it was similar vibe. It was just it was mostly hot. It was mostly hot. We'd have like a month where it got cold. It's partially to keep heat costs cheaper than, like you said. Yeah. Just layer up and run the extra heat. Yeah, I mean, you can always have like blankets and stuff, right? Jet Black? Throw a hoodie on, some PJs, slap a blanket on. And it's way easier to deal with than it being, like 80 something in your apartment. So brutal when it gets up to 95, 100, especially when it's muggy. It's like that in the summers where I grew up. Yup. Same. Just maximum humidity and 100 plus. I'm right there with you. Right there with the Jet Black Sheep. That's up here. We get actual winters and actual summer, so it's very nice. Like it's in the 70s now. It usually doesn't get up into the like 90s and 100s up here. Usually. But it will occasionally go into like 0 Fahrenheit. Which is notably below freezing. I know that conversion. That's 32 degrees Celsius. Wait. No, it's the other way around. 32 Fahrenheit, 0 Celsius. The other way around. 32 Fahrenheit is 0 Celsius. So 0 Fahrenheit is, do the math. Good excuse to wear hoodies and stuff, like cold weather clothes. Yeah. It's always very cozy. Always very cozy. Yeah, I hope you don't lose power or anything, Nelthy. I hope. You know what? I'm not gonna do any more MSQ today. Let's pop back over to where we were at, and I'll just farm a little bit while we're vibing. I don't feel like doing any MSQ. MSQ. Yeah, we're just gonna banter. So rather than running around in circles, I'll at least attempt to get some XP. Because I can AFK that while we're chatting. He says, knowing that he got brapped earlier. Doing exactly that. Okay, this time it'll be different. This time I won't get it blown up. Hello, freaky moose. Moose lizards. I don't know if I'm going to be able to complete this in time, but we'll try. I'm having a lot of fun. I am glad that we brought 14 back into the rotation. There was something I was thinking about doing for a while, and then I had it also suggested. It's fine. Every Wednesday, doing some 14ing. And yeah, we'll be playing the altars again tomorrow. Wild. Also a little, like I said, a little bit of a survival game. Which I know is relevant to the interests of people. Ooh. Oh no, no yawning. No yawning allowed. Alright. What was I gonna say? Ah! What the hell? Minotaurs! This is getting egregious. This is too many. This is what we in the biz call too many. I want to fight everything at once, please. I guess it does say 2 territorial creatures. Getting aggro. Only we can solve it with murder. Mada. I'm glad everybody's been having a good day. I am very tired. Very tired all of a sudden. Out of coffee. I'm out of coffee. But I did buy a 12-pack of Coca-Cola when I was at the store. So maybe I grab one of those on break. Get a little extra caffeine and sugar going. Powers through the last hour or so. I really did banter, huh? It's almost been another hour since our last break. Ow. That guy can talk. That elder millennial can sure yap. Sorry. Geriatric millennial, I believe, is a lot of the some people's preferred term. I hate it. I hate it. Elder millennial is stressful enough. Geriatric millennial is pain. Strong with this one. Yep. It's a skill, right? Now, of course, next time I get reviewed by Mathman, he's going to not find this section of the stream, right? Or like this section where we're just talking nonstop. He'll find my quiet spot again. Out of coffee. Oof. I think I physically winced when you said that. Yeah. I'm just out of it in my cup, technically. But I try to stretch out my... I try to only have 1 cup of cold brew a day, if I can. And just supplement it with, like, soda or something. Yes. It's always a rough time. Back soon, she get something to eat? Heck yeah, for sure. Drop bear. Enjoy. Eat that. Millennials aren't that old. Yeah, unfortunately. We're getting older every day. Don't know the range of millennials, but I know I am one. Yeah. No, everybody disagrees about the actual numbers, right? Yeah, I'm just out of in the cup, because I went to the store this morning and I just bought a new thing, new bottle. I just get like bottles of like pre-made cold brew, right? The Khalifa Farms or something, I think is the brand. Pretty good. I prefer cold drinks to hot drinks. That includes coffee, personally. Yeah, millennials like start in the early 80s, which is me. The exact year is somewhat up to debate, and it goes into like, I want to say like the mid 90s, I think. Is that right, chat? Somebody could Google it or something. Probably easier than I could. Yeah, I'm on the older side for a millennial. But I'm not Gen X, which is the one before me. I'll make sure you eat, especially if, like Drop Bear, you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning your time. Absolute mad lad. I used to work overnight jobs. Like I had one of those graveyard shift typey jobs. I didn't mind it, honestly. But, it does kind of throw you off, and if you're trying to do stuff with people local. Forlorn Maiden. Nope, that's too many. That's too many. That's too many. Go away, please. But it is roughly time for our next break, chat. So I'll retreat for that, even though it's just a fate. I know it doesn't matter too much. But I like to take our breaks when the stream takes its break, so make sure y'all do the same. Get up, move around, grab something to snack on, perhaps. Maybe do a little stretching. Generally, just take care of yourselves. And then we'll be back here. I want to kill this maiden. But then we'll be back here very soon for more Final Fantasy XIV. Stay tuned. It says, before clicking the thing, yes, stay tuned, and we will BRB. And we are back, he says, having accidentally slouched down in his chair, but we're back up. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Up. I landed this time. Thank you, Kill, for giving everybody else a chance, though. Much obliged. No luck for the old drop bear. Listen, sometimes you go on runs, sometimes you go on anti-runs. Sometimes, if in busier streams, when you play the drop game, the emotes have collision, right? So, sometimes they will just, like, start slamming into each other and they'll fly all over the place. And nobody knows what's going to happen. And sometimes it'll just sort of wedge itself into a corner. Slowly drift down. Lighten the fire. I would too. If it's that cold outside and, like I said, insulation's an issue, then yeah. I would 100% be living that wood fire life. I like a good like wood fire. There's something about it. There's something, you know, so classic about it. We had a fireplace when I was a kid. I don't have one here. Would be wild in my apartment building if we had fireplaces. Just such an enormous fire hazard. But I like a good fireplace or I think it was fire stove. That is the temperature inside. Yeah, you should have the fire going. Drop bear, yeah. I'm surprised you waited that long. Surprised you waited that long. There we go. I cracked open my Coke. Caffeinate. That was a satisfying crack. Yeah, it was. It like cracked. Pepsi superior? No, Kill. See, we were doing so well, but then you just had to have an objectively wrong opinion. Now, I know a lot of people prefer Pepsi, but I'm a Coke boy all day. I like plenty of the other things that PepsiCo makes. I just don't like Pepsi. Like, itself. Maybe it's because I was born in Atlanta, which is the home place of Coca-Cola. Birthplace of Coca-Cola. Use the fire, you have to chop more wood. That's fair. That's fair. Fair. That is work. That is a lot of work. I was thinking that's not too bad if that was the outside temp. Yeah, I was thinking he was talking about the outside temp too. No, that is way too cold to be inside. See, Coke tastes different depending on whether it's glass, plastic, can, dispenser. Pepsi is consistently awesome. Huh. I do agree. Coke definitely does change flavors wildly, depending on where you're getting it. Also, UK drinks don't use that corn syrup shit. I really wish we didn't here either. I can get Mexican Coke, what we call Mexican Coke, because it's made in Mexico. It uses actual sugar as well. But yeah, most of our sodas are of the corn syrup variety. Unfortunately. Absolutely terrible for you. What, did I kill this guy? Wow. This guy's got like 1 HP. Incredible. I do really like a Mexican Coke, which are both. They come in glass bottles and they don't have, and they use like real sugar. Like I said, they are delicious. They're kind of expensive though. Yeah, I could deal with it being 33 outside because, like I said, that's just sort of the thing we have up here. But yeah, 40 inside is not okay. that's no good. That is no good. Hopefully you get warmed up. Hopefully you get warmed up a bit. Fingers are freezing, that's your limit. I mean, as far as limits go, it's probably a good hard limit to have. Again, what? Apparently my damage is such that it gets like I'm getting like close to one-shotting them in a combo. It was weird last time I visited America, all of our soft drinks are cane sugar here. Yeah, if only. So getting drinks and being like, what? They all taste like Omega sweet. Yeah. I really wish it wasn't the case, but corn, and thus corn syrup, is a big thing in America, in the US. So, lobbies and such, and price-wise, it's more efficient for the corporations to use corn syrup. RIP. Yeah, it sucks how much crap we use here in mainstream food. Yeah. It does. Yeah. You're here in the US too? Jet Black, I assume? From the words that you're saying? I assume. Like you didn't just literally state it. They're saying America is the land of the corporations? Yes. Yes. This is land of the capitalism. Home of the brave. And capitalist. Mostly. Oh my god. Leave me alone! I'm getting jumped by a unicorn again. Man, for better or worse. Yeah. Same. Yeah. Dang it. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to deal with unicorns and lizard men. Yeah, we have a massive sugarcane industry here. It'd be near impossible for a corn thing to really take off. Right, yeah. Your lobbyists go the opposite way because of the cane. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just, yeah, we just have so much. Like, corn is a major farm crop here. So, everything revolves around corn. And you know, I don't hate corn. Don't get me wrong, I love me some corn. I'd be thrilled if it wasn't part of our, you know, sweetening or sugar. No. Land of the free, subnote. Free for corporate interests, not human intents. Yep. Anybody who's been around for a little while on the channel, or knows me in person, knows that I'm not a huge capitalism fan. Like, I understand the... There's no perfect system of economies or anything, but our current one is not great. That's all I'm saying. There are a lot of things I love about it here, but there are a lot of things I really dislike as well. I'm in the same boat, Kill. Or Jet Black. Reading multiple names in the same line wrecks my brain. Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, there's a lot of good stuff to be said about, you know, living here. But we have definitely also got numerous and plentiful issues. Perhaps more than our share. Yeah, I guess I don't... This is a... You know, this is an interesting chat thing, actually. Fellow news streamers. You know, I'm reading out basically all the messages. I try to read every line in chat. But I'm not used to... Or I'm not, like, super used to chat conversing amongst themselves. I love that y'all are. There's like a... There's a mental switch I have to flip. Be like, maybe they're not talking to you, streamer. Maybe they're talking to someone else. It's interesting. It's not something I've really thought about. But it's like a different, different thing to think of. I run a company, but I'm not particularly for capitalism. Right. Really, any of the current ideologies. Yeah, like I said, there's not really a good solution. The question has always been, why is our economic and government ideology got stuck 100 years ago? We can't think of less crusty things. Yeah, we just kind of made them all up before the advent of cars, even, just as a marking point, and then we just sort of ran with it. And like, yeah, like nothing has changed since. And maybe we've got some adjustments possible. Maybe there are adjustments to be made, right? Maybe we shouldn't be ramping up the amount of work a human does as technology improves. Technology that would make a lot of things quicker, right? Like, maybe we should have to work less when things are easier. But nope. Line must go up like this. Must go up exponentially. We tend to gab when the crew's all here. Hey, like I said, I love it. Yeah, it's a mental adjustment. I love it though. We're all full of blah blah blah. Hey, that is good. That's the that feels like one of the breakpoints, right? Speaking of streaming, that's like one of the breakpoints. Because, you know, you start and you might have nobody in chat, right? So you're talking to yourself. Maybe there's some lurkers, but they're not, you know, they're not chatting or anything. So you're just talking. You're just bantering to the air. And then, you know, you have people starting to talk in chat, and they're talking to you, right? So that's your next breakpoint. You're having conversations, even if they're, you know, maybe a little one-sided, or because you're talking and they're typing, and they're probably doing other things at the same time. That's like your next breakpoint. And then I guess the next breakpoint after that is like chatting with chat, right? And it sort of becomes almost self-sustaining, right? And that's always a good place to be, I think. I think that's very neat. I think that's another thing that Mathman talks about, especially on like especially in like Discords and stuff, where you've got like, what do you say? There's like three methods or three modes of conversation in the Discord, where it's like streamer to chat or streamer to community, where, you know, sending out announcements, polls, whatever. Then there's you know, chat to streamer, where you can, since you're on Discord or in Twitch chat or whatever, you can directly ask them questions and theoretically get answers, or, you know, talk, or just generally just, you know, vibe. And then like the third one is, you know, the community to the community, or chat to chat, which is when it, you know, becomes a little self-sustaining. You can start starts to build on itself almost. Very cool. That math man, he sure do know what he's talking about. I do say. I do declare. Smart guy, that man on math. Speaking of, I think we'll probably raid over to Mathman after the stream. We still got a ways to go. Not anytime soon. We'll probably raid over to Mathman after the stream. It's been a minute since I've raided that way, and I know he's been mixing up his streams lately over on his main channel. He's been checking out Sons of the Forest. Sons of the Forest. Instead of instead of doing Phasma, which is just like his big game, his big main game type deal. I don't know if that's what he's playing today. We'll find out. Yeah, not all my streams get to the self-sustaining, but I completely lose track of people talking once it happens. It starts accelerating. Yeah, it's an experience, right? It's a way different feeling from when it's like, you know, a couple of people talking directly to you, and so, you know, maybe like a handful of messages every minute, if that, right? To when you've got people talking to you, you've got people talking to each other, you've got people just speaking into the void occasionally. I'm guilty there. Yeah, it starts getting interesting. Definitely a learning experience. It's just practice, right? Definitely a learning experience. At least for the good streamers, let's say. There's definitely gonna be people out there who just aren't. They're just not reading chat. Like they have decided, both like community culture wise and for themselves, that there's, you know, they don't bother, either because it's too busy or just they're just letting it do its self-sustained thing, right? I'm here for the interaction. If I wanted to do content creation without interaction, I'd be doing more stuff on YouTube. Which I should be doing anyway. I should be doing some of that, regardless. I'm kind of bad about it. I've been bad about it lately. I'm getting my VODs up, but I haven't had time to do a lot of shorts or anything lately. And definitely haven't done any like actual long form, like non-VOD. We're all new. We're all practicing. I'm like 9 months and some change in to doing this like regularly, and Obviously, I still got a long way to go. It is fun. It is fun. And I much prefer streaming to like video creation. 100%. You just got to kind of do both nowadays if you want to actually grow on the old Twitch box. You know, we do what we must because we can. That's all to say. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate y'all hanging out. That's why I do it. Be able to share some good times with people. I love video games. Really. Being able to share them with people is friggin' awesome. Yep, except the ones who are dead. Exactly. Yes. Yes. Engagement. See? 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 You gotta know your audience. The science gets done, we make a neat gun. Have y'all heard the 8-bit big band version of Staying Alive? Of Stay Alive? Not Staying Alive, that's a different song. Or Still Alive, brother. Yeah. Still Alive. Like, that's double not right. Yeah, have y'all heard the 8-bit big band version of it? It's very good. It's like basically like a Frank Sinatra parody of Still Alive. It's very cool. They do a bunch of stuff. Ah, yeah. Well, this isn't. That's their name. They're actually like a they're like a swing band type of thing. They're so it's like a swing cover. It's like a Frank Sinatra song, but Still Alive. Yeah, their name is 8-bit big band. So it's like a big band, like a 50s band with like trumpets and horn and trombones and all that. Yeah, it's very good. Check it out. You can find it on YouTube. All their stuff's on YouTube. They have that, and they have they've got a bunch of stuff. They do a bunch of like video game covers written in like sort of classic movie styles. That's another Australian creation and invention, the Bee Gees. You know, I don't know that I ever knew where the Bee Gees were from. Huh. See? Always learning stuff on the Light Wraith stream. Like, it makes sense. It makes sense now that I know it. Like that. Tracks. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to even do this. I'm not going to play it on stream. Although I think they're usually okay with it. But I will give y'all a link. That should be it. I might throw it up in the Discord too, but just not at the moment. Oh, speaking of, I did not check. Nope. Nobody in there. Nobody in the welcome? Usually isn't. There usually isn't. Our Discord is nice and quiet. But yeah. It is nice and quiet, but if you would like to join, of course, the link is down below. In my links, and in my panels, and all that good stuff. Forward exclamation point Discord, because I'm a StreamerBot user. I got commands for everything. I got commands for days. I do not have an everything command yet, though. I'm trying to think of how I want to implement that. Like a command that's like a catch-all. So if you type like exclamation point blah blah blah, it reads it. I want to do that. I'm just not sure how I want to do it or how to set it up without it breaking like everything else. Yeah, I even have like a science fact, like a fact of the day command, even, that has definitely not been updated every day. Mostly because it doesn't see much use. I should put like a list of commands on my panels, huh? You think there's any value in that, chat? Like, you can already get a list. Exclamation point commands will get you a list. But I wonder if it'd be worthwhile to put down in the panels as well. I wonder. Cause yeah, like I said, I'm a physics nerd, in addition to being a computer science gaming nerd. Just a big old nerd, chat. Just a big old nerd. Homer. Moose lizard. Not really. Like a moose dragon, I guess. People doing science here. Yeah. Someone's saying they enjoyed science, like physics stuff, but they didn't enjoy biology earlier, I think. And yeah, I vibe with that. Chemistry was my bane, though. Like, the fact that I had to take like advanced chemistry classes for my physics degree, that destroyed me. Was kill? Yeah. Chemistry destroyed me. I don't know why. There's just something that doesn't click in my brain with like a lot of chemistry stuff. I had a hard time in there. The labs were fine. Like doing like chemistry labs was those I did all right. But the academic part, or like the actual like science part of it, I guess. I don't know. That didn't make sense. Yeah, biology is creepy and you opt out. That's that makes sense. It is. It does get real weird. A lot of body stuff. Draw a dying plant cells. You do 2 X's for eyes and a sad frown. Hey, that's probably us. A decent representation of a cell. I don't know what cell, but I bet there's one that, if you like look at it a certain way, it probably looks kind of like a smiley face. Or a frowny face. A dead frowny face. Kim was forced into me. My dad is an animate chemist. Oh yeah, so you got it one way or the other. Nice. I don't know. There was something about the way that, I don't know. It is, yeah, like I said, it just didn't click in my brain. I struggled. Then again, I struggled with some physics stuff too. There's a lot of real complicated concepts even in like early physics. Especially if you have a teacher who's maybe not great at teaching, which I definitely had a problem with. Has anybody else had like a science professor who's like, or a math professor who will like be showing you something on the board, right? They'll be doing something and then they'll hit you with the, and obviously this results in something, and you're like, that was not obvious. What just happened? What is going on? What did you just do to that problem? Cause yeah, I had one of those. Remember we had to dissect rats at one point? And the hot chick I was partnered with seemed less bothered by it than me. Shame. I'm trying to... I think we did frogs in high school. I think. I don't know, high school was a very long time ago for me now, chat. Spoiler. I think we did frogs at some point. But I didn't have a lot of trouble with it. It was just sort of a thing. It was gross, for sure, if I recall correctly. No shocker there. Yeah. But yeah, no, it is. It can be upsetting, and I think I would have had more trouble with with like a mammal. Like dissecting like a rat or something like that. I think I would have had way more trouble with that. I don't just probably some brain thing in there, like some like a visceral like mental block, you know. Had this advanced honors engineering calculus course in college at one point. Mm-hmm. The teacher was some expert in tropical geometry or something. Was it topological geometry? Maybe? I remember having no idea what he was saying sometimes. Just not that kind of math guy. Yeah. It's very hard, I think. It's harder than we give credit for to teach, like, maths and sciences. Because not only do you as the teacher have to know it, like, to an insane degree, but you also have to have, like, that skill set that makes teaching it viable. Like, you have to be a good teacher. And often those don't both happen. Both, like, you'll either get someone who's a good teacher or, you know, a good, like, scientist or engineer. Especially, you know, especially at some of the university levels where the teachers are often people who are, like, who are there doing research and are, like, required to teach, right? Meanwhile, this genius kid sit there every day doing crossword puzzles and aced every test. Yeah, I mean, some people just have it. Some people just have it like already on lock. It's kind of cheating, I think. Yeah, no, I get that. Tropical geometry in the heat of everything. In the heat, everything is warped and not that's a non-Euclidean. Maybe. I mean, it could be a thing. Could be. Heat do be funky. Yeah, it's... I definitely love physics and science in general, but I'm not like a savant. If I wanted to learn something, I had to like actually bust my ass with it, right? I was, as I heard somebody said, I was, or I heard someone explain, I was one of the gifted kids into very likely neurodivergent adult pipeline people, like the capital G gifted, where they put you in all the honors classes and you're like smashing things all the way through high school. And then things go a little weird after that. It's the pipeline. I think that was the only class in my high school, college career that I ever got a B. Ah, you're a smart guy. Smart guy. I did not get straight A's. I'm bad at school. As a general rule. I'm excellent at, like, taking tests and such. But, all the homework and such just never really happened for me. I never really did it. You know? And thus my grades were always a little scuffed, right? Like I'd pass stuff, but like it was almost never with like an A. Except for in classes where the homework wasn't like graded highly or whatever. Rated or ranked highly. I was a high achiever who also hated authority so much that school never worked for me. Discovered later that it's not uncommon for some ADHD types. Yeah. You were also in the pipeline. I've been, I'm not diagnosed, which is the reason I'm careful to say that to specify that I can't say for sure that I have ADHD or something. But I've got many of the symptoms of people I have talked to who are diagnosed. So I'm as sure as I can be without a doctor telling me so, basically, right? Very likely. Fate failed. I'm going too slow. Going too slow on these fights. Yeah. Yeah, they were... It's apparently a common thing where gifted kids are actually gifted because of their particular neurodivergence, like either ADHD or autism or a variety of other ones, which is why they're gifted or high achievers. That's because, you know, a lot of things just click for them or are very easy or land in their special interests or whatever. Like apparently the never doing homework thing is also an ADHD symptom. Like people I've talked to who have who like had the exact same thing, like not doing homework but then acing tests. So also undiagnosed. I've had the people who do the diagnosis tell me that that is the case. But I refuse to let them classify me as it would fuck up me getting a pilot's license. Ah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you have to be careful about that. And here in the U.S., maybe it's better that I don't get diagnosed for our particular funky reasons. You know? But yeah, no, I get that. I get that. Makes sense. Having it official does seem like it would do some things. I was able to focus and dedicate myself to my schoolwork back then, because I'm pretty sure my desire to be as dedicated now would be much lower. Much lower. Yeah. I feel that. I feel that, Jet Black. If I had to guess, I'd assume I'm also undiagnosed as well. It seems to be very common among like streamers and content creators in particular. There's probably something there. There's probably some similarity there. Like something about it. Like it probably, like unironically, it probably helps with the context switching. Not multitasking. People can't multitask. But like being able to switch back between like gameplay, chat, you know, managing the stream, all that. There's probably something where that lines up, right? Yeah, after the US is trying to record autistic people, do worry about that? Yeah, it's... We live in a weird time here. So... yeah. Yep. Fate's back this way. Let's get the peasant recorded. I don't know what you mean. Very... it would not surprise me, though. Yeah, it's yeah, I do think it's a I do think it's a thing. I think and when I was growing up, there was such a stigma, like just such a huge stigma against like even like ADD or ADHD. There's such a huge stigma against it. Like it was not something you like would even want to check for. So I you know, and there was mainly because there was like no education about it, right? Like we didn't learn I didn't learn in school what, you know, what ADHD was or autism or literally any kind of neurodivergence. They just didn't talk about it. Like even in my like science classes. So, you know, it was always one of those things that's like whispered about, you know. That's one way that things have improved somewhat. People are aware that it is a thing that can happen. And thus, hopefully some kids out there are getting better prepared for it. than maybe some of us old folk. You know? Hopefully. Yeah, that stigma here. A doctor suggesting I should have been diagnosed back when I was a kid, but I refused because that'd make me one of her children broken somehow. Right. It's, you know, it's like... It's wild. Yeah, not a healthy home life. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. It's too common of a story, though, right? I instead just decided to come out of the closet in high school. That was a tactical error. That was a tactical error for my southern ass. So I had plenty of things to deal with on my own, without even thinking about that. But, you know, we're all here now, right? We're making it. We're making it. To some degree or the other. Attacked by flying flower squids. Yeah, I get that though. What there? I'm sorry. Sorry to you know. Or faking it. Listen, psychologically, if you fake it long enough, your brain adjusts. So, turns out fake it till you make it is a literal psychological strategy. Like a valid one. Because the human brain is goofy. or fake it till you break it, you know? One of the two will happen. Neuroplasticity is a bitch. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Human brain is insane. That's why it's so wild when people think that we're actually close to AI. I'm like, we're not. We're not. When they say we're close to human AI, like AI. I was like, we need like new tech for that. Like maybe quantum computing will be able to do something human intelligence like, but I don't think our current tech is going to get anywhere close to what the human brain just does, right? It is too weird, and we understand it still today too little. We have models that technically operate in the right way. Yeah, they're doing like like neural net stuff. They need much more processing power. Right. Yeah. Yeah, we need like hardware that we just don't have currently to actually make it useful. Right. We may still see it in our lifetime, though. you know? We may. Technology do be advancing. The idea that children's brains start changing and inhibiting their ability to pick up new languages at a certain point. I believe that one. I've definitely tried multiple times to pick up Japanese as an adult. It is tough. And it's right around the time schools start teaching foreign languages to kids in the US. Yep. Yeah, I took like 2 or 3 years of French as in the last years of high school. Yep. And basically none of it is stuck. I can say I want my pants. Je voudrais mon pantalon in French. And that's because a friend of mine memorized it as a funny phrase to say. And like all memes, like we were talking about earlier, that's how you get memes stuck in your head. Yeah, other than that, it's just bits and pieces. And then yeah, like I know like a couple of words in Japanese, despite having taken classes in college, studied on my own. Like I couldn't even stagger my way through an anime or anything. And I don't remember any. I don't remember how to write any of it offhand. Gotta get those foreign words in at a young age. Yeah, when our brains are still bouncy. That's why, you know, children of like immigrants and stuff are you know, typically end up, you know, bilingual or more early on because they're maybe speaking one language at home and then another language at school when they're young. Yeah, ever wonder why most people in the US aren't bilingual? Exactly. Yeah, because we start so late, and then yeah, someone in Germany or something where they're it seems especially prevalent in countries where English isn't the first language, and thus reasonably, if a little unfortunately, they're also like, you should know English if you're going to be a modern human being. Probably shouldn't be that way, but it has sort of worked out that way, huh? And thus, yeah, everybody knows stuff. And then, you know, there's also like the proximity thing. Like Germany is way closer to countries speaking other languages than a lot of the US is. Which helps too, I'm sure. But, wow, today flew by. We're out of time for the day, chat. Love a good banter day. I do hope everybody's had a good time today, chatting with me. I enjoyed it. I know we didn't get a lot of things done, but we got some levels on the old Red Mage. Thank you so much, Kill, for the bits. Much appreciated. And the gigantic kitty. It sizes up so well. But, yes, thank y'all so much. Hold on, I'm gonna do I'm doing a micro snooze so we can actually do the outro. It snuck up on me. I had like 30 seconds before we went into the ads. But yes, hope everybody had a great time today. I did. We bantered a bunch. We raiding? Yeah, I think I'm gonna raid Mathman, I think. Like I said, he's been doing some new stuff, and we have mentioned him a few times today. So I think we're gonna raid over to him. Share the love that way. Assuming he's on. I think he's on today. My schedule's funky. My schedule is funky. Is he? Maybe he's not. Is he not on today? Ah, yeah, no, he doesn't feel well. He is not on today. So yes. Let's see. I do want to raid somebody. Maybe. Yeah, it seems like he's got migrained today. It'll happen. Watch section. Nice. Let's see. He is on. Some people playing PoE. We just had a new PoE league. It's been a lot of fun. Oh, you know what? Priestified just went live, actually. So let's go right over to him. Another one of the Content Delta Mathman crew people, sort of gang here. So let's and he like literally just started like 7 minutes ago. He's a good lad, kind of has to be being a priest, but he is. One would hope that priests are generally good. I think it usually works that way, but yeah, we'll go share the love with him. He seems like a cool dude, so hit him with some arrivers if you want. I don't have an official raid message yet. One of these days I'll figure one out. But I do have a raid emote, kinda. So, let's go pop over there. At least say hi. I do have a lot of stuff to do today myself, so I'm not sure how long I'll be over there. But we can at least say what's up. But beyond that, I hope everybody has a good day, good rest of your week. We'll be back tomorrow with more of the altars, the cool little sci-fi cloning survival game type of deal. It's been very cool. Very story heavy. Kind of a depressing story so far, but kind of story heavy. So we'll be checking that out tomorrow. And then, of course, next Wednesday will be the next Final Fantasy stream, if that's your vibe. Yeah. Make sure you follow me at all the places down below if you want to catch me elsewhere and not miss things. Feel free to join the Discord as well if you'd like to hang out with the community at large. And other than that, take care, everybody. Be good. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Take care of yourselves. Take care of others. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.